yes. Let's turn this down. What's going on, man? All right, happy Monday morning to you. Got Delta. I wanted to keep covering this because this has been in the newsletter. This was one of the swing trades that I put out. You know, I like to do. It's been a stage 2 uptrend, man. It's about to come to an end. We're looking for, the high was 35.48. I'm looking for $36. So that's what we're looking for the first target. If you follow my newsletter, I put this out. I do a trade of the week deal. Let's go to the Peters report. It's not put out every week because every week there's not a trade, man. You don't want to force trades. But I typically have one that I think is a no-brainer, super easy trade, okay? And here I log all my trades that I'm doing. I hope you have a trade log. If you don't have a trade log, I question your seriousness. I know, you're so busy. You're so busy being you. It's so hard. Let's see. Let's go. What's up, Steven? What's up, Luke? It's so hard being me, Gerald. I'm so busy. I just don't have time to write it down. I don't have a pencil. Gerald. So if you got a pencil, you want to write down your trades and you want to log them. So we're looking for $36. And the reason you might say, why 36 and not previous high, which I would argue is right here. You might say is right here. Depends on how you read the boxes. None of this is science, right? And then the next high is up here. So we have these zones, but we have a level that's pretty important, and this is money flow 2.0 here, but we have a level that's right around in here where price has stopped a bunch of times. And it's that $36. And it becomes important, kind of supersedes the previous high. Just because it's tagged it so many times where it bounced off, you're going to see that bang into it again. Now, it doesn't mean it'll stop there. It might keep going. But you're going to notice the RSI is going to hit extreme right around there. And, the 200, it's a magnet. So we just want to trim it. Hold on. Let's kill that call. We just want to trim it when it on this first target. So we should hit 36. I don't see why we can't. I was getting a little concerned because the Dow and the SPY are hitting these extreme levels. So over here, if we're trading good, we really don't need the moving averages and the indicators and all that stuff, man. And you can see the moves, man. You can see the stage 4 declines. You can see the anchor points. Where was our anchor point on Delta when we first started watching the trade? Big down move, right? And what I'm really paying attention to is, well, where did it stop before, which was right over here. So on its previous down move, that was the anchor point. Well, what that tells me is, is that's how support and resistance comes about. It's hitting the same spot again. So this zone in here becomes real important to me as I watch it. And what I'm looking for is price to hold that zone. And if it holds that zone, it's confirming that this is probably the bottom. And a little dip below it, and then it just came right back, which is super, 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 super bullish. Okay? And then boom, we've headed on up. So these type of stocks like Delta, these big ones, they're not going to rip like a growth stock or a penny stock, but they make for easy trading. Easy trading, especially when they're undervalued. And you might say, well, how do we know? Easiest way is something like Morningstar. You pay for a service. This seems to confuse people a lot is, like, how can I know the value? And it's like, I don't know. How do you know the value of shoes? Like, how do you know the value of a car? You go look. And so there's people that are trained to know this. These guys went to business school. They went to, They get degrees in finance, and all they do is sit around reading the books of companies, and they can give you a value, and they say the fair value of this company is $57. All that means is if you were going to write a check, you got to come up with $57 a share if you're going to buy the whole damn company. That's all that means. So sometimes people think, analysts don't know what they're doing. No, that's not what analysts are giving you the value of the stock if you wrote a check for it. So 40% discount. 40% discount. 40% discount. So when we're down here, it was more like a 50% discount. So if I've got a stock that's 50% discount, I trade them way below its 200, and it sets up in a stage 1, which is, where's our money flow? Sets up on a stage 1, so we got the big down move. Sets up. That's what I'm looking for. Looking for it to start then moving sideways. And as it moves sideways, that's where I get to take my shot. So we got about 50 more cents, 75 more cents to move. I don't think we hit it today. Keep an eye on it though. And when it bangs these RSIs, that's our signal, right? So another new one we've been trading recently, Snap. As expected, big move up. My target's right around this $14, $15 range. That will have been a massive move. So keep an eye on the RSI. Keep an eye on the RSI. This one's really been moving. This one's been moving 3 to 5% every day. So, our anchor point was right here. So if we look at the anchor point, it's right there. And then what? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got our first day where price moved above the 5-day moving average. MACD's on our end. You can see it ticking, moving up. There was no breakout of stochastics yet, but that's happening now. So the trade has evolved nice and slow, which is what I like to see, because every day I can add. And if you're in the Money Flow gang, I said, listen, I'm not going to keep texting this. I'm adding every day that this stock is in a stage 1. I'm just building it up with a target right around in here. So we'll see. We'll see if it gets to it. Nice move today, though. So what we need to see is the S&P just hold ground here. And so if you were at my event this weekend, I was talking with one of the people there, and we don't usually talk a lot about stocks on the board and stuff. I don't think I've got hundreds and hundreds of hours on the internet on that. There's nothing you're going to get from me in person that I haven't already said 1,000 times. So we usually break down real estate deals, things like that. And we had a guest at my house, and we showed how he turned $72,000 and then another 150 added to that into like $2 million. So that was pretty cool. So S&P 500's banging 72 RSI. And I remember we talked yesterday, I was like, the market should stop. But with the 200-day being that close, it's going to hit it. So this is one of the world's easiest swing trades ever. When you get the S&P 500 that far below the 200 and you pick up, you could do leveraged. I wouldn't do options. I'd do triple leveraged funds. And now you've just made a 60% move on the index fund. So we've been long the U Pro, been long TQ. You could have done the U Dow. Those are triple leveraged funds. Okay. And if you remember the other day, I kind of got onto a guy, and I noticed he's not here anymore. Did I hurt your feelings, sir? Are you gone now? He wanted to go short semiconductors. I was like, what are you, ridiculous? I mean, no, we don't short stocks when the market's going up, man. You can't make a more amateur move trying to short stocks when the whole market, the wind, everything is pushing up. That's not when you short stocks. You do it when everything is going down, man. Come on. Okay? Come on. You want to trade with the wind, man. You always want to trade with the wind. So as long as this stays up, we got nothing to worry about. We just need this. And now I'm always watching stage 3 watch. So this is the highest high. So I'm expecting it to go sideways. Every day it goes higher, I'm expecting it to go sideways. If this rolls over, Like, see how long that sideways went? Almost 2 weeks. And then it rolled over. What about up here? About a week. And then what? Then it rolled over. Now, it doesn't have to roll over, but that's the movement of price normally. Sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways. So we'll see. It doesn't have to go down. It can correct in time, but this RSI has to come back down to the 50. It can't keep going up. Let's see. Can't keep going up. So let's see. Yeah, we had a great visit, I thought, man. Try to catch the next one. It's a lot of fun. Go out partying, talk making money, talk real estate, stocks, all that good stuff. All the stuff I like to talk. Practice drawing these boxes, finding your boxes without needing your moving averages. You don't need your moving averages to find these, okay? You can find them without it. The more you practice that, the better you'll get at spotting these patterns. Some are clearer than others. And these boxes and patterns become targets on the way up. That's because price gets hung up there. And the boxes are a little different than support and resistance levels. Which support and resistance levels are, where's price stopped before? Well, it stopped there, right? And then it stopped what? There. And then what? As we keep going, it stopped there, right? Yeah. And then what? Keep going. And so look at all these points where price has stopped there. We keep going, pretty close, right? Stop there. So that tells you there's something special about this level for whatever reason. And so that becomes a target. We just want to respect that level, man. Yeah, so a penny stock that I put out the other day, if you're in the Money Flow gang, I think I put it out on Twitter afterwards too. Oh, look at that. It's almost like GP knows what he's doing. So we put this out, put it in the group, said, hey, new penny stock. And over the weekend, I asked everybody to go read up on the company. You were so busy. It was kind of hard to do it, Gerald. I was so busy. So a lot of people were busy. They probably didn't read it. Now they don't understand the company. So a weekend passed, and there goes some money. Tick, 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 going up. So this is one of those little small cap. This is a penny stock, but they play in the world of Pola. They play in the world of a lot of these. What's up, Blake? They play in this world of getting these little contracts with these defense contractors. So I'm looking for, I don't know, ideally in this 540 range. We could run into some trouble right around in here, maybe a little lower. And the reason is we're already banging the RSI. So it's moved too far too fast. But this is penny stock. It can keep going. What's up, man? What's up, man? And we'll see. We got in over here, and then it just took off, and now it's taken off again. So we're up like 10% in 2 days. So it's gone fast. Yeah, Skylar said he hit it. And there's nothing wrong with trimming that. I'm going to give it a little more room. I think it's a $5 stock. It's a penny stock. They can run. You can see it over here where they can run. So we'll see what it does. A lot of these pennies are running right now, so that's kind of cool. But keep an eye on the SPY. If the SPY can't hold these levels, then don't do these type of trades. The only reason we're doing these type of trades again is because the wind is at our back. The S&P 500 is in an uptrend, okay? I don't care what they say on TV or what CNBC says or what some hedge fund manager says. And all this talk about, well, it's a bull rally and a bear market. That is all fucking nonsense. It is going up. Anybody talking about that bull? It's a rally. That's all nonsense, man. That is all nonsense. It is what it is. It's going up now. So I don't know how you would quantify that. Well, how would you even... I get so mad about that stuff, man. Dead cat bounces, and it is what it is. It's rallying, okay? So when it starts hitting these RSIs, you know what to do. Down, like Tyler said he did there, he downsized these trades. There's some that I won't necessarily do it too quick because I fully anticipate they can run into the 80, 85, 90 RSI range. And then you definitely want to trim some, without a doubt. we've had, where's PayPal? Big moves out of PayPal, banging the RSI. You know, and my advice always to people is if you're trading around positions, you need to trim them, man. Because typically that RSI will run and then that's the top, man. And then it'll go sideways. It doesn't mean forever. Doesn't mean for a, you know, could just be for a minute. Maybe it corrects in time and we just march sideways, right? That's the pattern. And maybe we just march sideways. And if we go sideways for, say, 2 or 3 weeks, this RSI will come down to about 50. And then it can be set up to run again. So we'll see. We'll see if it does, man. Where are we at on the news? Let me see some of the moves I've made recently. Continuing to add to Snap. Sold half, adding to VC and Verizon. OUSR up 50%. ENVX is one we had recently as a swing trade. Hold on, man. I'm supposed to help a dude here. What's up, bro? Mm-hmm. So we're waiting on to get this other gallon of paint mixed up. We'll check out Jet. All right, I'm ready. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll take 1 or 2. All right. Yeah, just surprise me. All right, man. Bye. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so, bam, SPY's banging that 200 like it's nothing. Somebody asked about EB. I know me and Chris Johnson were talking about this one. EB, Eventbrite. It's building a stage 1, man. So if you're going to nibble, this is where you nibble. But you got to nibble. You got to nibble. Okay? Just nibble. Start buying a little bit every day. Don't get all stressed out. Like it's not breaking out. It's a long ways from breaking out. Long ways from breaking out. Let's see. Dash is one that I've been slowly adding to. Hasn't ran yet. I'm surprised it's had good earnings. Still above the 20. We basically have turned into a giant stage 1 here is the problem. If this stage 2 continues, it loses its validity. And so what you have is stage 3, stage 4, and then a giant ass stage 1 is what's kind of unvolving here. I hate that. I hate the charts like that. But eventually, hopefully, we'll break out and we'll do something. Yeah, I'm in Dash. It's the only one that we've added to in the last couple weeks that has not run. Look at this ENVX. ENVX. We've had a double on this, and it keeps going, man. So we're up like 120% in this one. And again, this is the pattern, right? Stage 1, stage 2. Now watch what happens. RSI got to the extreme level, and then what? It went down. Was that the end of the up move? No, it's just a stage down. Just a stage down. And then what? How long was this? This was over a month. So if you would have trimmed a little, a month later, you're looking at putting it back on, and then what? And then we run for 120%. For 120%. And you're like, yeah, but I can't trim here because I'm underwater and I'll lose money. You're already lost the money, man. Matter of fact, now you get a tax deduction, baby. And then it comes down a month and you're past the short-term rule and you're back in, and then you run it up for 120%. That's called trading. That's called trading. That's called trading. And I meet a lot of traders that think they're investors and a lot of investors that think they're traders, man. You got to put on the hat and be what you are, man. So if you're trading, you would move in and out of stocks. That's the definition of trading, okay? So don't turn your trades into buying. A lot of investors are like, well, I was trading, but now I'm an investor. That just means you don't know how to trade, okay? So discipline, man. Discipline. You can move in and out of these. You're not fucking married to PayPal, okay? You can move in, you can move out. A month later, it could go sideways for a month, and in the meantime, you roll some of that money on 3 or 4 trims over to here, and then it goes up 110%. Then you come back to the PayPal, man. That's called trading. Trading. And a lot of people are just too busy doing stupid shit all day in their life to understand trading. They're just doing too many other dumb things. So, like it during all market downturns, you were preaching the same money flow. Yeah, the money flow never changes. All you guys that changed your strategy. I'm doing something different. You're quitters. You just quit. That's all you did, man. You just quit. The money flow works because the system is rigged. Stocks go up always. For your whole life, they're going up. And so it's rigged. The reason index funds work, the reason you can just blindly invest in an index fund and make money, did you know you could do that? You could just fucking blindly. You could just be a complete dipshit and just put money every week into an index fund, and over time, you're going to make a lot of money. This is how hard it is to look at this. This is a weekly chart. Let's go back 10 years. All your friends are nervous, buying gold and guns, and fucking Obama's going to end the planet. No, wait, Trump. No, wait, spot. And we can go all the way back. We just keep going back to 1850. And this is what it looks like. Up, 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 up. And your parents didn't buy it. And your grandfather didn't buy it. And your uncle didn't buy it. Up, 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 up. That's it, man. So God gave everyone in America a gift of how to get rich. And you can just buy the S&P 500. You can just blindly. So if we know that works, and it does, you'll get 9 to 10% a year blindly. What if all of a sudden we could see a pattern emerge? And what if we could see a pattern emerge where we could start targeting things with our money? And maybe we don't buy it when it's up here. We're like, yo, you see the RSI? It's 60. I ain't buying there. And then all of a sudden you're like, yo, did you see it? Stage 1, RSI is 32. Now I'm interested. Right? And so what if we can begin to lay that over different stocks and we start to learn, man? I had this conversation. I had a guy hang over. If you ever come to my events, a lot of times people come early. We go party and hang out. You're only going to get out of the event what you want, right? People hang back late. We'll have breakfast, hang out, go do things. And he was like, man, it just hit me, man, what you were saying. He goes, index funds work. So what if now I put a little more effort? What if now I follow some different stocks, or I look for some better yield and I catch them at just the right times, which is stage 1s? And what if and he was like, you always say to me, people say you can't buy bottoms, but you can buy all of them. And he's like, what if I just always buying bottoms, as a general rule going forward in life? It's like, it's amazing, and I really believe it's easier to make an investor into a trader than a trader into an investor. Okay. And do this for free. I was stressing that on my story. Trade because you're a trader, not to make money. All these guys trading to make money are going to stop trading. They're all going to stop, man. You got to trade because you have to trade. If you paint to make money, you're not going to paint very long. If you're rapping to make money, you're not going to rap very long. If you write to make money, you're not going to be a writer very long. There's nothing you do that you do for money. You go to your job for money. You don't even like it. People go to jobs for money, and most people don't like their jobs. The things you do for money, you usually don't like. Just a tip in life there for the young folks. It's when you get to do something that you would already do for free, and then they pay you. That's where the joy comes from in life, man. Just a little tip for you. Let's check in on Exxon. Look at that. They tried to shake people out this morning. Exxon's coming right back. It is. Everything that's ever paid me, I did for free. Nobody paid me to write. That's why I see a lot of influencers, and they're like, oh, I need to create this course. I'm like, yeah, you're doing it for money. You're going to fail. You're doing it for money, bro. You need to do it because you feel compelled to do it. And if nobody buys it, you still put it out. Because you can't help it. It's inside of you. It's the urge. That's fucking God. That's how he does it, man. He puts that seed in you. You can't help but talk about it, teach it. You can't help but write it, paint it. You can't help but go do it. Boom. That's what you can't help but do, man. Whatever it is. Some people can't help but study the law. They're just intrigued by it. They love it. Some people love being a police officer. They like that shit, man. But the guy doing it for money hates his job. The moment you don't need it, Man, that's a hard place to find, man. So if you start trading because you love trading, it gets a lot easier. So we see Exxon hit the bang, came right back, probably going higher. It's back above the 5. That's actually a trigger. You could probably buy more Exxon here. We're long the ERX. Oh, ERX. So that was your life lesson. Everything you do for money, you probably hate. Bought me a harmonic G, inspired me a lot. Definitely, ooh, good. I like the old harmonica, man. What's up, Brittany? Yeah, man, oil looks like it's ready to run here too. Each one of these dips on the ERX, we probably could have added. I'm in a full position, so I haven't added. Do we got to look at Apple, man? Really? What's to look at on Apple? It's basically an index fund. It's banging 75 RSI, man. So if I was trading, I'd probably be trimming it. If you're not trading it, I don't know why we're looking at it. What's to look at? I hope it's not to buy it, unless you're bragging. Are you bragging? Congratulations, you bought Apple. Now, it doesn't impress me unless you bought it on that day right there. See, if you're trading the money flow with me, this is the day you buy it. Right there. And then right here. And if you did that, that's quite impressive, sir. And then my target would have been probably around the 200, and then now the RSI. So I'd start downsizing it. That would be impressive. Yeah, Britt says, feels good to take profits again. Yes, it does. There is no finer feeling. You trimmed it. Good trade, sir. FCX is one that I've said this morning in our Discord that you could start buying here again. It's coming up. So I think we're going to see this run. We'll probably get back to it. Commodity space has got to get going. They keep banging it, trying to bang it down. But oil, gold, silver, this is copper. They're involved in copper and gold. So this is a play on that. AGQ. I'm long silver right now. Probably could add today, to be honest. You could add to that trade. I might add to the trade today, man. If you go to a weekly chart, a buddy of mine just texted me, check out all the weeklies. We were talking about this last week, sir. You're late. Why are my friends always late? If you go to a weekly chart on pretty much every trade that's working right now, well, this is stage 1 in silver, but if you go to, say, the SPY on a weekly chart, I don't really go to a weekly a lot, but you're seeing stage 2 breakouts. Look at the last stage 2 breakout on the weekly chart. Now, do we do that again? I don't know. What's another stage 2 breakout? PayPal was one I was telling a buddy of mine. Got a buddy that works at a hedge fund. And we were talking about PayPal. And I was like, dude, look at the fucking weekly. Look at this massive money flow pattern here on the weekly. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So we could easily run to that 157 range. That's $57 higher. Yeah, Gilead's one of my largest buying not largest, but it's larger. I will probably trim this because I put a lot on down here. I've been buying a lot on these stage 1s. So, what does that mean? That means the further up we go, the more I'm going to take this down to buy what? Probably add to some Intel. Intel's one we've been buying, stage 1, some Verizon. Meaning I want to buy the ones that aren't doing that good inside my portfolio. Verizon's already ripping. So we've been buying Verizon for the last last week. Now we're seeing it play out. There's our official, we're above the moving averages. Everything's starting to roll over. We talked about this would be an easy swing trade to the 50 range. We've been buying Verizon, Intel. This is honestly, it's been the easiest trading we've had in a long time. So that's why I've been telling people, lock in some gains if you got them. And if you want to redeploy them to somewhere, just make sure you're redeploying them to stocks that have some upside. And don't chase anything here. Make them clean, good buys. Nobody should be chasing anything. You should be ahead of it. We should have already been watching AT&T. Now here's our trigger. You can start adding It's been some great trading. Nice and slow, too, man. I love it, man. Appreciate everybody who's been communicating with me on these things. It's been great, man. It's been great. Appreciate everybody who was at my house this weekend. We had a good time. I might think I partied a little too much, man. I was out. I'm getting too old for that shit. It's hard when you're 52 and everybody else is like 32. It's tough. I'm so lost. I don't know. Could be your name there. Get my book and you won't be lost. Uber, you should trim it if you're trading it. Nothing wrong with trimming it here. It is sitting it. I'm not trimming it. My biggest fear is I won't have enough shares. I'm trying to get to 2,000 shares. Obviously, I can't buy any here. I'm going to let Uber just sit still. I don't mind if it comes down. This is one of the few that I'm doing that, and I don't need the money. If I needed money to trade, I would be trimming Uber. I don't need money to trade. I don't know what QT is, so Uber's probably going to pause here for a minute until that RSI comes down to 50. So if you need the money, I would trim Uber. If you don't need the money, I'm going to let it ride because I know it's going to $60. I am pretty convinced of that. So we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. That's it. That's all I got. Only thing I would look at adding to today is Intel, Verizon, and AT&T. If you're looking to add to some stuff. Nothing else is jumping off at me. I had a new penny stock I was going to come out with today, and at the jump, man, it jumped 10%. So I didn't get in fast enough, and I wouldn't have had time to get it out. So I didn't tell anybody about it. That's it, man. You guys be good. Appreciate you. What's up, YouTube? Sorry, I can't see the questions when I'm here on. I only got one monitor today. A lot of people are asking. He said Michael just got off the plane. Justins 2 says, do you watch Twitter or Newsfeel? No. All that news is completely fucking useless, dude. If you're trying to trade around Twitter and the news, you're going to jump off a bridge before long. You don't need to do that, man. You need to watch your charts, man, not watch Twitter. Seriously, I wouldn't spend 10 seconds watching Twitter, dude. I can't think of a bigger waste of your time. Watch the charts. Watch the charts. You're going to see what's going to happen. The only guys watching Twitter are people they're chasing stocks. I mean, if that's your strategy, that's cool. It's just not my strategy. I have no interest in chasing stocks. I like to follow, a couple hundred, and then I watch for them to set up. So I like to be ahead of, not chasing. TMF, adding to it, bro. Come on, bro. Send my book back, man. Look at this. Sell signal, momentum to the downside. We just crossed into extreme. No, we're not adding to TMF. This is literally a stage 4. It says, what does that say? Best time for what? Selling. All right, who was that? Are we adding to Scott? Scott, come on, bro. We're going to add to it stage 4, day 1. It's day 1 of a stage 4. Day 2. What is it? Day 2? 1, 2. Yeah, price is below the 5, pointing down. The MACD is pointing down. The MACD itself says the momentum is still to the downside. See that? And literally every indicator says down. So I'm thinking you got to send my book back, bro. It's all pointing down, man. You don't have 4 days. What bottom? So, that was day 1 of look at the moving average alignment. 20-day, 10-day, 5-day. They're all pointing down. What is this here? They're all pointing down. What is this here? They're all pointing down. What is this here? They're all pointing down. So if you back this up, this alignment is what this was, this was, this was, this was, this was. They're all pointing down, bro. They're all pointing down. So you got to ask yourself, why are you seeing it as up when everything's pointing down? and you need 4 days. You need 4 days to even consider it, and it just rolled over into a stage 1. The big thing is, look at that numerical alignment: 20, 10, 5. They're all pointing down. All indicators are pointing down. So it'd be too soon. If we play this out and it goes for several more days sideways, you need this MACD to at least tick the other way, because right now it's saying the momentum is still to the downside. So we want it ticking the other way. See? So if you get that tick the other way, then you can make a case for that, man. All right, it's a little too soon yet. A little too soon yet. I agree with you. I'm looking forward to adding to it, because I think these bonds are ridiculously cheap. But I've been saying that for the last 40% down. So, all right, man. Appreciate you guys.